What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing great, and I hope you're having a good weekend, and welcome to this new video. On SUI, I wanted to do a bit of an update. The situation is changing for SUI, and you need to be kind of prepared of what's possible to happen right here. What the structure is, I think I have a pretty clear idea of what the structure is, but I gotta be honest, I don't have a clear idea of what the next direction is. And that also depends very much on the markets. I mean, Bitcoin so far has been able to recover relatively well after the major pullback we had last week, of course. But is that going to continue? Depends a lot on the fundamentals. Depends a lot on how the market opens. Next week, we have some major economic data, so it's going to be hard to say. But what you can see with SUI right now, to get into that, I think the fundamentals are actually still developing relatively nicely. Whether we can trust that development, I don't know. I mean, I've at least personally seen quite a bit more of some sort of attention for SUI, and so we meme coins, etc. And you can see the daily transactions. Daily active address is very high. Total value locked still around all-time highs, around 1 billion DEX trading volumes have come down quite a bit, which makes it seem quite artificial revenue has increased quite a bit due to those DEX trading volumes, of course. So fundamentals are fine, but what you can see basically in this entire move up right here is the following. And that is that we have just continuously, especially since the 22nd of September, before that as well, we had these major moves, right? So every time before we actually turned quite bullish and we spiked up even higher, you have these major open interest moves down here, which you can see, and then a bit of a close here, so it's not always. But every time we get very bullish, it's just these major buys coming in. And it might just be because it's the weekend, because there's more uncertainty, and that will just continue doing that. But here you can see that that still was the case last week as well. That continued. SUI was also massively strong last week still, compared to the markets. But now that has stopped since basically Friday evening. So, like I said, it might be the weekend, and if we're able to continue that, if we're able to continue that structure, I think SUI is going to get a bullish breakout here, and we can still get up to those all-time high, which I also talked about the last period of time, because if you look at the technical structure here for SUI, basically, since Wednesday the 25th, so for 1.5 weeks, we have found balance here in this area between 1.85, which we faked out a couple of times last week, and this level right here at 1.55/1.6. So we've actually found some good balance up here, which is remarkable, especially in these market circumstances. And I would say that it's more likely if you see a structure like this, it's more likely that we're going to see a continuation, maybe with some sort of a liquidity grab down to 1.6 and 1.45. So that's in general, you should be prepared for some sort of a liquidity grab. But it's most likely that you're going to be continuing from this technical structure, right? So I would say if we zoom back into the structure right now to this balance, we have found between 1.6 and 1.9 when we're talking about a real breakout. In these circumstances, I would say the most likely breakout is still that breakout above $1.85. And if we're able to do that with volume retest, we'll be up to 2.15 before you know it. So I think that's most likely. But as long as the open interest is still laying low like this, and as long as it's the weekend and we're going to get volatility, I would also be prepared for some sort of a spike down. And I think something like this is actually more likely. This is not a breakout, right? So I think the most likely breakout is the bullish breakout. But I think the most likely movement in terms of price action is a liquidity grab down and a continuation of ranging in this balance. So I'll keep you updated. I'll probably do another update on SUI tomorrow if we have the market opening, because it very, very much matters. What Bitcoin does as well, of course. But I'll keep you updated on that. For now, I think this is what you need to know. So thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.